The year is 1945. The Nazi war machine is crumbling. As fascist regimes all over Europe collapse, those who once looted and terrorized the continent now look desperately for any way to escape. For them, this war is over, but they are already laying plans for the next one.
Have all the transfers been arranged?
Yes, they have. The gold left Montenegro 2 weeks ago, and the currency was wired this morning. Everything has been taken care of.
The documents?
Hidden, where no one will ever find them.
Good. Now let us depart before this place comes down around our ears.
In 2005, the terror starts again.
Now, where are those documents Patrick said he found in the basement? My God. This is incredible.
But old hatreds still linger. Old mysteries remain unsolved. And old enemies may yet rise again to carry on their ancient battles, armed now with the tools of modern terror.
The building's clear. Are these the papers?
Some of them. Not all.
So what do we do now?
We destroy them and leave. Then we wait for our next orders.
Only one defense stands between the world and all the forces that threaten it. Rainbow. An international task force dedicated to combating terrorism wherever it arises. Consisting of the best counter-terrorism operatives the world has to offer. Rainbow is the most potent weapon in freedom's arsenal. Backed by the most sophisticated technology available and trained to the limits of human capability, Rainbow soldiers are our best hope in the war against terror. They may also be our last. Operation Stolen Flame. Terrorists have seized control of an oil refinery in Amway, Venezuela. They claim to have rigged the entire complex with explosives and are threatening to detonate them unless their demands are met. Your mission is to neutralize the terrorists.
The terrorists are demanding the end of deportation proceedings against a senior citizen named Peja Sikik. It turns out that Mr. Sikik was a high-ranking official in the Yugoslavian Ustash regime during World War II, working for the bad guys. That piece of his past just caught up to him. However, members of a neo-fascist organization called the People's Social Nationalist Party, PSNP, don't see anything wrong in what he did back in the 40s. They've seized the refinery in response to the deportation hearings. And if Sikik isn't released within 24 hours, they threaten to blow the entire facility sky high. All the information we have on the terrorists indicates that they're neither well organized nor well armed. Intel's analysis is that their bombs are most likely homemade, which means that there's a chance that they could go off at any moment and take the surrounding landscape with them.
What we're dealing with here is a lot of bloody dangerous amateurs sitting on top of a powder keg. These lads are affiliated with the so-called People's Social Nationalist Party, which got itself booted from the far-right coalition for being too extremist. Neat trick, that. They've had a number of scraps with the police. Usually after 7 or 8 of them get together to introduce an immigrant to the finer points of a mass beating. Nothing in their profile indicates that they're well organized or well supported, so you can most likely expect a lot of small caliber arms. They're erratic, politically fanatical, and by all accounts not that bright. Right now they're sticking explosives all over a few million barrels of crude oil and gasoline, and they don't seem to care if they get incinerated, so long as they get their point across.
Watch your fire. One bullet in the wrong place and the entire refinery could go.
Tango, down. Hostile down. Green, waiting for Alpha. Hostile eliminated. Alpha, go, go, go!
Hostile down. Hold up. Holding position. Reform on me. In formation. Fall in. Red, waiting for Bravo. Hostile down. Threat neutralized.
Mission completed.
Bravo. Go,
Well
go, go!
done, people.
Operation Cold Dagger. Terrorists have taken hostages in the village of Lamura, Switzerland. Among them are several delegates to the current IMF conference in Geneva. Swiss security forces have sealed off the area in preparation for your arrival. Your mission is to liberate the IMF delegates.
Normally, we'd leave something like this to the Swiss authorities, but the profile of the hostages is high enough. We've been called in. There were at least 5 IMF conference delegates present in the village when it was stormed. I say were because we don't know how many are left alive. Terrorists hit the local bank first and rounded up hostages when they realized they were pinned down. They've issued a few demands, but they haven't identified themselves. Something about all this stinks, but figuring out what is Intel's job, not yours. Yours is to go in there, clear out that village, and make sure both the delegates and the locals who've been taken hostage come out in one piece.
There's something odd about this operation. At first, the terrorists seemed unaware of the identity of their captives, as though they'd been planning to hit the town anyway, and the presence of the IMF officials was a lucky accident. Apparently, the delegates were taking a day's ski trip away from the conference in Geneva. They'd have been better off if they kept their minds on business. Still, there's something here that doesn't make any sense. There's certainly nothing else in Lamura worth mounting an operation like this over.
Just keep moving, and you'll stay warm.
Green, waiting for Alpha. Gold, waiting for Alpha. Threat neutralized.
Hold it tight!
Hostile down. Alpha, go, go, go! Threat down. Green, waiting for Bravo. Reform on me. Red, waiting for Bravo. Fall in. Green, waiting for Bravo. Reform on me.
Okay, had a dinner, that's why I paused. And by the way, but I also checked that the yellow team already finished what they.
Open door. I'm on it. Can't do that, sir.
I need some backup now!
Tango down. Tango down. Green, escorting.
I'm right here. Hurry up! Follow me. Get me out of here.
Hostage secured. Green.
Mission
hostage
completed.
secured.
Nicely done, but we just got some bad news from the Swiss authorities.